So can the power of my heart actually change my life? Hi, I'm Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. Today we're continuing the discussion on the question, can the power of my heart actually change my life? So yesterday I sought to pin the foundation of our discussion to the fact that we are vibrational beings in a vibrational universe. That is the first step in the process of respecting and utilizing the power of your heart to change your life. The first step is to accept the possibility that you are not a solid object. You and everything around you are not solid objects. Instead, they are vibrating. They are vibrational entities. They are vibrating. They are not solid. They are vibrating. They are not separate from everything. They are all connected. They are vibrational entities. I want to get that into your mind, into your head. Remember, that is the controlling factor. What you know and believe. What you know and believe. This is on the wings of your mind, so let us fly on the wings of our mind. Because unless you can accept the possibility that we are in a vibrational universe as vibrational beings, then nothing else I have to say makes any sense. So that is the first step. Please click on the thumbs up button below, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments, questions, thoughts, which you can do by going to the right side of the screen and using the chat box. Or if this is a replay, you can go to the comment section below. Okay. Now the next step is to begin moving past the possibility stage, the possibility that you're a vibrational being among other vibrational beings. That is the next step. And the way you do that is to begin to look for evidence that is actually true, that this is actually true. Looking for evidence that verify your vibrational existence. And the way you do that is by paying attention to what's already there. It's going on around you. And so you should begin to notice how often you pick up on the invisible energies of others, how you pick up on their moods, how you pick up on their thoughts, or what appears to be their thoughts, how you can anticipate people. It's not that you've got ESP. No, it's not some psychic sense we're talking about. It is merely the awareness of what is already there, the awareness of the vibrations of those around you. That's all it is, becoming consciously aware of the vibrations around you, becoming consciously aware of the clues you are given. For instance, one of the big factors in sporting events is the home field advantage. Why is home field advantage so important? Well, teams perform better when they are in front of a home crowd because the home crowd is feeding them, lifting them with their combined vibrations, their combined supportive vibrations, their combined supportive energy. They are lifting them, they are feeding them this energy from their combined hearts because they want their team to win. The visiting team, on the other hand, has to overcome that energy in order to win because that energy is focused against them. So they've got to overcome it in order to win. So they really have to be able to put forth the effort to overcome that home field advantage. Entertainers and speakers can rise or fall based on the response of the audience, on what the audience feeds them back, on the kind of vibrational energy that the audience feeds back to them. It can be a transcendent experience and actually quite addictive when the audience is on your side, when the audience is feeding you that love, that adoration, that desire for you to succeed. Or it can be a dud if they don't like you. It's all based on the vibrational output of the crowd. So vibrations play such an important part in our lives. It's just that most of us don't consciously pay attention to it. That's all. We don't consciously pay attention to it. It is always there. We just never notice it. And so my goal is to get you to notice it. My goal is to get you to accept it. My goal is to get you to learn how to use it. So in helping you to become spiritual warriors, my goal is to elevate your awareness of the fact that we are vibrational beings and that our hearts are the primary generator of our vibrational field. Our hearts are the primary generator of the vibrational field. And while our hearts and our brains do send out vibrations, our heart field is 5,000 times stronger. 5,000 times stronger than the brain field. So that electromagnetic field generated by your heart, that vibrational field generated by your heart reaches out for several feet around you. And so you are influencing others around you as they are in turn influencing you. So the next step, after acquiring your awareness of our vibrational state, our vibratory state, the goal is to learn to eventually elevate yourself, your vibration, and empower our own lives, as well as to help others elevate their lives around them. That's the next step, to learn how to use this, to learn how to elevate our vibrations so that we can positively, beneficially affect our own lives as well as those around us. So do we really have influence on what goes on around us? Yes. Get this. In 1960, the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi predicted that if 1% of a community practiced transcendental meditation, 1% practiced transcendental meditation technique, that 1% would produce a measurable improvement in the quality of life for the whole community. It's called the Maharishi effect. 1% of the community can change the community for the better. Now, this phenomenon was first documented in a scientific research project in 1976. And what they found in 1976 was that truly when 1% of the population was meditating, transcendental meditation within this community, the crime rate was reduced by 16% on average, 16%. Since then, there have been other experiments conducted by the Maharishi's University of Management, and they've been doing experiments to see how specific they could be with the number of people involved, the number of people that had to be involved. And what they came up with finally is that if a critical mass of meditators that is equal to the square root of 1% of the United States population were engaged as a group in transcendental meditation, there would be a significant reduction in the level of violence in the United States. 1%, the square of the population could have an effect if they combined their energies, their positive energies, to elevate the state of mind within the United States. So they did these experiments and they worked on it to get to the point where they knew that they had this number. And then in 2007, they decided to go with it. So from the years 2007 to 2010, they were able to amass a group of at least 1,725 people on a regular basis. 1,725 was the square root of 1% of the population. Square root of 1% of the population. And so they had these 1,725 people, sometimes more, never less. And they were able to maintain that level of participation from 2007 to 2010. And what they were able to find is that there was a drop in the crime rate. There was a drop in the crime rate and the homicide rate over that 4-year period. The homicide rate dropped 21.2%. And the crime rate dropped the violent crime rate, that is, dropped 18.5%. 21% drop in homicide, 18.5% drop in violent crimes. So that takes us to the next step. The right amount of people who have converted themselves and elevated their vibrations. Now, I'm not saying we have to do transcendental meditation. We can do this any way we want to elevate our vibrations, which we can talk about tomorrow. But the key is that if we get enough spiritual warriors, who learn to elevate their own vibration to the state of love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. They can not only change their own lives, but they can change the lives of those around them. So, what are we talking about here? Step one. Step one is to acknowledge the possibility that we are in a vibratory universe. Step two. Step two is to accept the possibility that we not only live in a vibratory universe, but that we ourselves are vibratory beings. Step three. To accept the possibility that our vibrations, the level of vibration that we have, can affect our own lives. And number four, to accept the possibility that our vibrations can affect those around us. Can affect those around us. And finally, number five, to learn how to use, how to elevate, how to manipulate, how to move our vibrations up to a higher level of peace, love, harmony. Peace, love, and harmony. Learning how to do that is critical. And that is our goal, to learn how to elevate our vibrations to a level of love, peace, and harmony. So, that's where we're going. And so tomorrow, we're going to start talking about how to do that, how to get there, how to elevate our vibrations. But the first step was to get to the mindset, or the understanding that it exists, that it's real, that we are vibratory beings, that the universe is vibratory. Therefore, it can be influenced, it can be changed by the very state of our own being. That's what we're after. By the state of our being, we can change not only our lives, but the lives of those around us. And in this environment of fear and anger, of conflict, it is bombarding us every day, we have the power to change it. We do. Talk about it tomorrow. Let's close with prayer. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and join in the work that we have come here to do. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who we really are. We open our minds and our hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we are beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. And as we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. And we know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves for the pain we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger and our lives will grow happier and healthier and more prosperous. And for this, we are truly grateful. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. So, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your being here. If you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe by clicking on the little logo in the lower right-hand corner. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'd love to hear your questions, thoughts, comments, which you can put in the chat box on the right or in the comment section below. And that's it for today. Remember, I am Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this has been On the Wings of Your Mind.